Welcome. It's a match preview. No waffle, just roffle or Bovril. Hot Bovril. Looking ahead to Hot Bovril. I love Bovril. A televised 3 p.m. Sunday kickoff as United travel to the Hawthorns to take on West Bromwich Albion. Roll VT.
Ole, ole, ole. Ole, ole, ole. Ole, ole, ole.
Goals conceded by Sheffield United goalkeepers at Bramall Lane this season. So Adam Davies, 2 in 90 minutes. 𝗣𝗿𝗲𝗵𝗵, 2 in 90 minutes. Michael Cooper, 0 in 720 of your finest minutes. 12 clean sheets in 18 league games. That is truly something to celebrate. 8 home wins out of 9. Our record is 17 out of 23. So, let's see what happens going forward. 67% of games won overall. 2.22 points per game, on course for a club record of 102, -2 omitted. Now, those conceded stats remained thanks to a penalty save from Michael Cooper in our last match at beautiful downtown Bramall Lane against Sunderland. Under the lights, a late winner from Tom Davies, and for me, the game of the season so far in terms of, I mentioned it was under the lights. I just love night games. It had it all. 2 red cards, a penalty miss, a late winner from a player who's been through a lot in recent years. And it was so important against a fellow promotion chaser. And they don't get any easier looking at the fixtures list, as West Bromwich Albion are also in the promotion hunt. They've enjoyed draws recently, a lot of them, 9 in their last 10. Only broken up by a 2-1 away win at Hull City on the 10th of November. So, unbeaten in 10 or only 1-1 in 10? It's a glass half full, half empty kind of question. Now, before we get to team news for Sheffield United and look at West Bromwich Albion, our opponents away, let me thank our video sponsors, Panenka Bar and Grill. They are our official pre- and post-match bar. All live matches are on, and it has private boxes to enjoy the sport too. It's the perfect place to meet friends, maybe after work on a Friday before making a trip over, or on a weekend, maybe you can watch the televised game. And if you are there on a home game, you'll find Panenka at the entrance to New Era Square, which is just a stone's throw from Bramall Lane. Right, let's talk team news. Oliver Arblaster out, likely for the season. It was good to see him back at Bramall Lane, albeit not the way we'd want to in red and white stripes, but in a tracksuit watching on from the stands. Anel is still suspended following his red card against Coventry City. I still get annoyed about that 𝗍𝗵𝗏, the antics. He knew what he was doing. He was so sly, and I hate that kind of football. Souttar is out following his sending off, and it was the correct decision. I don't know what Souttar was thinking, but the ref had no choice. Souttar sent off against Sunderland, and the reason I said I don't know what he was thinking was men were covering. He didn't have to bring the lad down, but he did, and that's why he's out for this game. I thought he's looked a little sluggish since coming back from that Bahrain game with Australia. We wait on 𝗣𝗿𝗲. We wait on Rhian Brewster. Wilder said before Sunderland that Rhian really close, but we don't think 𝗣𝗿𝗲 is going to make it. And that was for the Sunderland game. 𝗣𝗲𝗏 is working away and Rhian is really close. We have to make really considered, sensible decisions with Rhian, considering his past injury record. So, Sheffield United, who are the 10th team in Championship history to win 40 or more points in their first 18 games of the season against West Bromwich Albion, who like to draw. How is this one going to play out, and who are we going to see? This is the team I reckon that Wilder will pick. Michael Cooper in goal. Michael Cooper was named in the Championship Team of the Week for his performance against Sunderland. No surprise. Then he might go Shackleton. Okay, Wilder might well do that. Maybe that's a more defensive decision, but I'd probably go 𝗍𝗵𝗴 𝗍𝗁. And actually, the way I'm seeing 𝗍𝗵𝗴 𝗍𝗁 play, I'm tempted to start 𝗍𝗵𝗴 𝗍𝗁 anyway. 𝗍𝗏𝗏 𝗍 who I do think is better as a centre-back. Jack Robinson didn't have a great first half against Sunderland, had a good second half. Harrison Burrows, it's probably got to be. Because Sam McCallum's in the conversation, if you maybe play Burrows further forward, you could do that. You could change the formation for this one. I don't think he'll do that. With no Souttar, it's worth just mentioning that Chris Wilder confirmed he'll be at Sheffield United for the season. This is the quote. I do believe, doing a little bit of digging, that from an appearance point of view with Harry, he had to play so many games or a percentage of so many games, and he's past that now, so he's here for the season. End quote. Tom Davies to start, or will Wilder stick with Peck and Vinny Souza? Souza might need a rest after holding his hamstring in that first half against Sunderland, but I'd expect both to start. And of course, Souza did carry on through that game. Bit of a warrior in the last couple. 𝗍𝗏, by the way, speaking of him, Crystal Palace manager Oliver Glasner on Jesús and 𝗍𝗏 said, we won't recall him. He hasn't played every game there at Sheffield United. Yes, now he's in a good phase, but we won't judge him on 2 good weeks. He has to show it over a whole season. I don't know about you, but if my manager said that about me, I would think that is the least encouraging. I think, why would I want to go back and play for someone who doesn't want me and who say, yeah, okay, fine. What have you done for me lately? 2 good games, but I'm going to need to see a lot more. Then I think 𝗚𝗿𝗲𝗕 and 𝗬𝗏 Campbell. I'd like to see 𝗐𝗏 in the middle next to 𝗍𝗍𝗲. I love the way 𝗚𝗲𝗲 can play that killer pass to Jesús and 𝗍𝗏. Jez breaking the defensive line with a great times run, and then, win on goal. That works. Campbell on the left, I think, works. I'd also like to see Andre Brooks get more minutes. Remember, he can play in the centre, as he did at times last season, with distinction. So I just think there are options there. Disagree? Like what you see? What would be your 11? Maybe you change formation for this one. Let me know your thoughts. Now, to run the rule over our hosts, West Bromwich Albion, it's West Brom Fan TV.
All right, guys, Connor from West Brom Fan TV here. Cheers for having me on the channel. So I'm just going to be giving a quick preview for the West Brom game against Sheffield United at the Hawthorns. I think this one's going to be a really, really tight game for both teams. I am a bit nervous though, because our form recently hasn't been great. We've drawn 9 of our last 10 games. Saying that, Carlos Corbejan has only lost 2 games all season, but our home form this season hasn't been as good as it was last season. The Hawthorns was an absolute fortress last season. We were really good at home, but terrible away. And this season, it's the opposite. We're better away than we are at home, which is a real disappointment for us. I'm still behind Corbejan. In terms of injury news for West Brom, we're going to be without Jason Malumbi, who went off against Preston. Semi Ajayi's still out injured with a hamstring, I believe. Paddy McNair, who's also out, and Daryl DK, who's not back until later on in the year. But in terms of a score prediction for us, I'm going to go, unfortunately for West Brom, 2-1 Sheffield United. I think you've got some really, really dangerous players. Really like Callum O'Hare, really like Gustavo Harmer, really like Ollie Arblaster. Score prediction, 2-1 Sheffield United. I'm going to go Callum O'Hare and Arblaster to get your goals. And I think for West Brom, Josh Maja, who's been excellent for us all season. Another player for you guys to look out for, Karlan Grant, been absolutely brilliant for us. And 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗵, again, absolutely rock at the back. But yeah, I think 2-1 Sheffield United. Good luck for the rest of the season, Blades.
The referee for West Brom versus Sheffield United is David Webb from County Durham. 12 games he's ref so far this season. He's dished out 32 yellow cards. Now, he is a lenient referee. No reds. He's only given 1 penalty. He last refereed our 2-1 away win at Birmingham City on the 8th of May, 2023. He's taken charge of 22 Sheffield United games. We've won 13 of them. We've drawn 4 and we've lost 5. For West Brom, he's only refereed 16 of their games. They've won 9, drawn 4, and lost 3. We now come to our player connections, brought to you by 𝗵𝗏𝗄𝗃. 𝗵𝗏𝗄𝗃 is a virtual band. Many of their members are Sheffield United supporters, so support them. Check out 𝗵𝗏𝗄𝗃.com. Their album, the most recent one, is called Tall Tales of 10 Girls. You can get it online, 𝗵𝗏𝗄𝗃.com, or on Spotify. And, I would imagine lots of people will be talking about Spotify with their Spotify Wrapped. It is that time of year. And remember, I don't care. Now, we always pick 4 played for both. And my 4 for this one that played for Sheffield United and West Bromwich Albion, Oliver Burke. Oliver Jason, spelled Jasen. Burke, now 27, I know. On loan in League One with Birmingham City from, where else? Werder Bremen. This lad has a good agent. He played 28 league matches for United and scored once, famously, at Old Trafford, but we weren't there to see it. For West Brom, it was 20 games between 2017 and 2020. Not a lot of games in all those years. Mason Holgate, not my favourite. The 28-year-old was on loan with the Blades from Everton last season. He played 19 games on loan at the 𝗍𝗏𝗏𝗍, scoring 1 goal in 2019 and 10 games for United in 2024. Callum Robinson, the Northampton-born Republic of Ireland international, played for United in the top flight 17 times, scoring 1 goal. Then he went to West Brom, where he played on loan 16 times, bagging 3 for the Baggies. He then signed permanently, played 75 league games and scored 12. And Kian Bryan, we have an interview with him on this very channel. Check it out. It's also available, as all our content is, as an audio podcast, just like this match preview. So who else can you think of? Let me know. And finally, we come to our score predictions. And if you'd like your score prediction shared on here and to receive a whole host of other benefits like early video access, as well as just mainly to support us, because, this is loads of work. I mean, it's not, but, support us anyway. Patreon.com/SheffUnitedWay. It's not a lot of work for me, I should just say. Nick does all the hard yards. Now, patrons, what do they know? Do they know things? Let's find out. Steve B says 1-1. So does Ollie. So does Nick. So does Ewan. So does Ant. 1-1 clearly is the favoured scoreline for this one. Robert says 2-1 United. Jono, 1-0 Blades with Gus Harmer scoring. Ray also says 1-0 to United. James says 2-0 United, as does Adam. And Holdfast has gone with 2-0 as well. Boing Boing 0, Blades 1 with 𝗍𝗍 on the score sheet is Paul's rather bold prediction. I would love to see Femi 𝗍𝗍 bag a goal against the Baggies. What do you think, Blades fans? What do you think, West Brom fans? If you're watching this, let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching or listening to this match preview. Up the Blades.